Hello and welcome to my new show, Live Your Dreams with Ebby Nights. So thank you so much for joining me. This show is about women empowerment, women inspiring women, women encouraging and supporting women. You know, if you ever had goals and dreams and you really wanted to start pursuing them, but you started getting discouraged and you started feeling like, you know what, I can't do this, well, this show is for you. I really wanted to create a platform for women who are either entrepreneurs or want to begin to start pursuing their passion, or are women who are successful in doing what they really love to do, and just being able to create an opportunity for women to share their experience and encourage and support each other. So first of all, I just want to thank Dee for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to have my own show. And so I thank you so much for that, Dee. You are amazing.
Well, thank you. You are amazing. And thank you for letting me sit back and just be on your show.
Well, you know, real quick, I just want to ask a few questions. And we also have a wonderful, wonderful, powerful sister also. Her name is Maraway, and she is going to share a little bit about her experience having a doula for her birth. So, Maraway, can we welcome Maraway?
Thank you so much.
So, real quick, can I ask you ladies, you know, what is it, how do you feel about, you know, what do you think about following your passion or following your goals, or just creating an opportunity for other women to start talking about what they love to do? What do you think about that?
Well, who wants to go first? Well, I'll tell you, I never really realized that I was supposed to be an entrepreneur or somebody that was sharing my life and my experiences to help people educate. And all of a sudden, it just became that I stepped out of my comfort zone, and it was there. The opportunity presented itself, and I could not say no. And I did all the routine things by going to school and getting my education and going and working at a job. And it's supposed to be a career, but when you look at it, it's a job. But was it really fulfilling? And when I realized I became working with a company that was sharing health and education, and it was changing my life in terms of my health, and I knew that it was something more, and my personality, and it was just coming out, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Even though the first time I was doing a show, and I have to say, you are amazing, because I messed up. Yes. You are doing
you are amazing, so I thank you.
Thank you. This is a mutual.
Well,
we all are.
Amazing to be with the both of you amazing women.
Well, you too.
Dee, can you kind of share a little bit about what your passion is?
Well, my passion is to help people live the best integrity of life. And that's through education, because there's so many people that are dying because of the knowledge is not there. And people right now, I struggled with my weight for forever. Okay, at 2 years old, my parents were told that I'd be 200 pounds by the time I was 12. I was. And by the time I was probably about 40 or so, 45, I was over 300 pounds. So not realizing why my body was reacting to the environment, because people were saying, oh, it's genetics, because I had, my family was genetically predisposed to being overweight, but come to find out, it's really not. It's epigenetics. It's actually your environment and what you're putting inside your body. And I didn't realize that, and the fact that we were brought up with certain things. So now I got involved with a health company that shares about beverages, and I saw things changing, because I was so grossly overweight.
Yeah.
I had, I was on 3 blood pressure medicines.
Wow.
I was toxic. My body was toxic. I was.
So you started taking care of yourself and making changes,
started
and now you're giving back.
Exactly.
To
You have
helping
to.
someone else, and
You
that's
have
what
to.
this is really all about.
Exactly.
For me, a couple of years ago, and I actually a couple of years ago, I loved my job, absolutely loved it. However, I noticed that the new management came in. I was in also in managerial position, but upper management came in and changed some things around. But it seemed like it went down. The environment went down. It was a hostile environment. I noticed that people at work complained, and all they did was complain, and but never did anything about it.
Right.
And I started getting to the point where I really wanted to start doing more. I felt like, you know what, I'm not doing as much as I really know that I could do. I really want to do more. And my husband, who was already an entrepreneur, was really inspiring me because he has such a big heart for the community. And I began to say, you know what, let's start, I started inviting other women. Let's start talking about goals. Let's start, creating an opportunity where we can share what we really want to do and start creating steps towards pursuing our goals. And so this is what this is really about. I actually left my job and decided to pursue my passion. And my passion really is empowering women, seniors, and children. And so I actually also wrote a play for seniors called Who You Calling Old? And it was a comedy to actually get senior citizens involved and active and really begin to entertain the senior population, because there are so many things, health-related issues, and so many different things that they're going through, isolation and so forth, and that I wanted to create an opportunity where they can be encouraged, uplifted, and entertained while being involved at the same time. I'm also a doula. I work with pregnant moms, and which is something I absolutely love. I'm a birth coach, and it's such an amazing profession to be able to give back and to be there for moms who are pregnant and support them during labor. So I do have a mom who's going to share a little bit about her experience having a doula, and so I'm so excited about her being here on the show today. But also I teach dancing through pregnancy classes as well. So we have pregnant moms that come to class, and they come and they dance, and we want to promote health and wellness, and also just reducing stress. Sometimes being a mom and all the things that we go through, the hormones, ups and downs, and the doctor's appointments, and just the everyday hustle and bustle, and just wanting the best for your baby and wanting to make sure your baby's safe, you're healthy, you're okay. Women go through different things, and the Dancing Through Pregnancy class really gives women the opportunity to come together and improve their health, reduce stress, and also socialize and really network and encourage each other. So, my passion really is encouraging and empowering women to come together and support each other. Sometimes we feel like we can't really talk. We can't really, share all of our goals, because people are not going to be happy for us.
Right.
Unfortunately, not everyone is going to be happy for you. So I really wanted to encourage women who feel like, I just want to give up. I'm telling you, do not give up. Women who feel like, I really want to pursue my passion, but it seems like I'm stuck at this job. Well, I wrote this book called Speak It Until You See It. And it talks about me being at this job that I really didn't like too much, and I don't know if you ever felt like, I don't want to be here anymore. Well, actually, I got laid off at this particular job, and I decided, I remember my supervisor asking me, because she was crying because she just loved me so much, and she asked me, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm getting ready, I'm going to go and pursue my passion. I'm going to do what I love to do. And she said, wow, you go, girl. And I began to do that. And I began also to speak over my life, what I really wanted for myself. A lot of times we're going to have challenges. We're going to have people tell us that we cannot do something, we cannot be this, we cannot be that, we don't have the skills and the credentials. But whatever is for you is for you. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer than usual to get what you want, but if you keep going after it, and believe it for yourself, and create steps. We can't just talk about it. We have to actually do something about it. So this book actually talks about 9 steps that I took to start beginning to pursue my goals. One of the steps were turning off the TV. Sometimes you got to shut the television off. Sometimes you have to get off the phone and start figuring out what it is that you want to do. And then I wrote another book called Single Yes, But Desperate No, Unleashing the Power That's Within You. And I really wanted to encourage women, who are in relationships where they feel like they're with someone who's not really empowering them, but they love them, but they don't want to let go. And sometimes we don't want to let go because we don't want to be alone. And it's not really the best reason, but we don't want to be alone, even though they're not treating us the way that we should be treated. And then also for single women and single moms, especially also, who are going through and share some of the ups and downs and some of the struggles I had experienced being a single mom. And also for women who feel like, you know what, I really want, I also want to get married. And, a lot of times women, when you feel like you're waiting for a while, you feel like, God, did you forget about me? But I want to encourage you, if that's your desire to be married, you know what? It will happen at the right time. But during this time, take time to love yourself, nurture yourself, take care of you, and in due time, the Mr. Right will show up. But remember, you have to love yourself first. And no one's perfect. Focus on doing what's important to you. Focus on your children, love yourself, and eventually he's going to show up. He's going to come. So I wanted to really encourage women to just in both those areas, relationship wise, and also those who are looking to pursue their goals. And so I don't know if we have the lines open. If anyone would like to call in, you're more than welcome to call in also. And so Maraway, not too long ago, had a beautiful baby girl. Can you clap?
Thank you.
And so she had a beautiful baby girl. And do you want to share a little bit about your experience and some of the things that you do? Some of the things that you do. You do a lot of great work in the community. You're really empowering other, people in the community, other organizations. She's out there. Maraway is out there. She's out there, really just empowering others, and just, she's just a strong woman. And I just really applaud you for even being here today and all that you do. So could you share a little bit, some of the things of what you do?
Oh, sure, great. Thanks again for having me here. Ebony, you both are amazing. Okay,
I think we all are.
We all are, exactly.
Amazing.
Yes.
This is wonderful. Actually, I wanted to say happy Breastfeeding Awareness Week.
Yes.
Is that what
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
she was out there today.
Actually, was out there today.
Okay.
I was I participated in a breastfeeding walk.
Yes.
Really?
And Ashley
It was
was interviewed
wonderful.
by
That's
Channel 12
amazing.
News today. Too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Another Big
goodness.
Cat show, but this is Madhouse TV. So yeah, I appreciated the experience, to raise breastfeeding awareness,
Yes.
Okay.
and to walk in solidarity with other mothers, pregnant mothers, and other breastfeeders, or women who breastfeed, right?
Yes,
I guess
yes.
we call them that. Yeah, it's a
And
beautiful thing.
And there's some other things that you do also.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I also.
How old is your
Oh, my
your
baby
daughter?
that I had was 10 months,
Okay.
and I had a wonderful experience of my first home birth.
Oh,
I've had
okay.
several children, but this was indeed my first home birth.
Oh, okay.
And I had the privilege, I had the honor of having yours true, Ebby Knight. She was one of my doulas, along with my midwife. They made it a wonderful
Wow.
experience for me, and I'm ever so grateful.
Were you nervous initially?
A little bit, but things just started to flow. And again, with the great support that I had with the doulas that I had, made it a less strenuous situation.
Wow.
And it was actually I don't know how enjoyable it was, but it was a memorable, enjoyable experience.
When it came
So-
to that pain, right?
Yeah. So, but I thank God I had that the right ones with me to help support me through that.
So would you recommend doulas to other women?
Absolutely, I've never had doulas before. I've had family by my side, but not the same encouraging and support. I was more relaxed with my doulas, and so I was so happy for that especially. And even before the birth, I had the comfort of having Ebby coming over and checking in on me and making sure I was comfortable and helping me exercise and do little dances. She's into the she helps with the dancing through pregnancy.
Okay.
So those last few days of my pregnancy, I actually, was, motivated to do some dancing because of her. So yeah, it was wonderful.
Yes, for those of you, I love to dance also.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes.
I think I do too.
I love to dance. I know
Yes.
you do.
Yes.
So we're going to be having a commercial coming up soon. So, stay tuned.
Thanks.
1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside. Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body,
I just wanted to love me.
but mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
It affects us all.
모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
And welcome back to Live Your Dreams with Ebby Nights. So I didn't get a chance to share with you the name of my organization. It's called powerfulpioneers.org.
Yes.
Well, actually, that's the website, powerfulpioneers.org, but it's called Powerful Pioneers. And our mission really is to empower women, seniors, and children, really the whole community. We offer various workshops such as health education, vegetarian cooking classes, drama classes, dance classes, and women empowerment workshops. So, ladies,
Yes.
would you like to maybe define in your own words, what would you say, what is your purpose? What is purpose? What does purpose mean to you?
Oh,
That's a good
wow.
question, right?
Yeah, very powerful. Purpose. Purpose is about just being who you are supposed to be. Being, I guess, to be making a difference in somebody's life or in your own life.
Yes.
And just to be able to share.
Yes. And I love that because, you know, for me, it's so important that you follow your purpose. A lot of times people ask, what is my purpose? You get to a point in life where you just feel like, okay, what is going on? You know, so many different things going on. It seems like you're going in one direction and it's just not working, and you're going another direction, it's just not working. Okay, you get to the point and it's just like, okay, what am I here for? What is it? And when I looked up the word purpose, it was defined as the reason why something exists. So I really encourage you to figure out what is your purpose. And even the Speak It Till You See It book, it talks about how I went to college and, you know, but I realized later on after college, as many people do, realize this is not really what I want to do.
Exactly.
You know, you go to college and you spend all this time and you realize this is either not what you want to do, or you go to college and a lot of people have gone to college and they're still not working in the professional career that they really
So
wanted
true.
to. And there's people I've heard with master's degree that's
Right.
not even working or
Right.
you know, having a hard time getting a job. So I encourage you to figure out what your purpose is. What is it you're really called to do? And sometimes it's the thing that is so natural that you wouldn't even think.
And that's true.
You wouldn't even think
That's
that's something that this is something that you should be doing. And I thought about Steve Harvey at one point. I was listening to him and he was saying that he wanted to be a basketball player, but he realized he just couldn't play basketball. And but he really began to start pursuing his gift in comedy, you know.
Right, right.
And a lot of times you would think about that comedy. What would make you think that's a career? But if that's your calling and you work on it, look at him now, you know. So it's just absolutely amazing what we can do. And this, I encourage really entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have your own business, or you're pursuing your passion, or you're doing what you love to do, to really, I would love to invite you to come on the show. I'd love to invite you to call in and just begin to share. I really want to encourage other women who are feeling discouraged, who feel like they don't know what to do, they don't know which way to turn, or they don't know where to start, to learn from other people's stories. I think we all can learn, no matter what level that we are, you know, we're in, that we can learn something. You know, even I there's so many things that I still need to learn, but I am grateful that because I'm pursuing my purpose, I'm pursuing my passion, that I'm here. I have this opportunity, meeting this wonderful ladies and being in this wonderful, wonderful place. So I'm so grateful. The fact that I said yes, so I'm encouraging you to say yes to yourself, and I am looking forward to meeting other dynamic ladies who are going to share their story and really encourage. You know, we don't need to judge each other. We don't need to put each other down. That's been there, done that. That's over. We don't have time for that anymore. You know, we have moms who are at home and they really want to do what they love, but they just don't know how to. There's jobs out there they can do online, but we just don't know. And I remember, you know, for me, the passion to start creating workshops and start and encouraging women came where I was, the community that I was living in. I looked around and I realized there were really no businesses in the community or business owners that even looked like me, or, you know, there was no one really sharing how to be successful, how to, you know, how to invest, how to build your money, what specifically to do. And you know what I realized? There are coaches out there. There are coaches out there that's willing to teach the information, but a lot of us, we don't, you know, a lot of us didn't know that. And I'm still learning that myself. And I'm so excited to eventually, I know I'm going to meet them. I know they're going to, I'm hoping that you're going to call and you're going to be on the show, or you're going to just call in and share what you are learning and share what you do. Because, you know, the fact to have that, that heart to want to help somebody else. There's another show, a beautiful woman, was a news anchor, has her show Heart and Hustle. I don't know if any of you heard of that show. Well, Darius Chisholm. So she has an amazing show coming up, and I'm just excited because I'm beginning to learn about other successful women, such as another woman. Her name is Rosetta Thurman, and she actually, reading a little bit of her information, she had a nonprofit organization. She was working for a nonprofit organization, and she started her own business, coaching and empowering women. And I'm so excited, too, that there's another woman that I heard of. Her name is Dr. Venus Opal, and she's a black woman millionaire, and she's really empowering women. And I mean, just to be able to start being open to hearing these women out here now, and just it's just amazing. I'm so grateful just to be able to know that they're out there, and there's so many others that I haven't known of. And there's a beautiful woman by the name of Natasha Ulrich, who I had the opportunity to speak to, who has empowered and encouraged me, and she helps other women to learn how to sell through, sell from the soul, and through a natural way of selling. Because sometimes, when it seems like it's hard to sell because you're not used to selling, but she teaches other women how to do it naturally. So it's just amazing that there's so many powerful people out there that's willing to teach us. We just have to be willing to seek the information.
You have to be open to just embracing what's out there. Because actually, I just went back to school.
Wonderful!
And
Congratulations.
I'm doing a health coach and coaching. And actually, I have to say, one of the young ladies here, she said that she loved me. And she she would come to me as a life coach, and I'm like, I really didn't know too much about coaching, and I am now pursuing a career in coaching.
Yes, and I'm so interested in that as well. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that is so awesome. Yes.
And I never after I'm going to be 58 years old.
Oh my God! And you look good.
Yeah. Thank you. In just a few months.
Awesome.
But the thing is, because of what I'm being exposed to, and the people, and the places, and it's basically people, because they're sharing. People are open to sharing and giving you opportunity to be exposed, to things that are new and different. And I'm just being a sponge.
Exactly. That's right. That's what we have to do. Just be a sponge. That's it. Just be a sponge, willing to learn. There are secrets out there, and some people don't want to share the secrets because they just feel like if they share it with you, then there's no business. And you got to get out of that mindset. Share the information. Help somebody else. There are so many people that's struggling. That's hungry. That's on the streets. That are in shelters. That children are hungry. And it's just the education. We've been taught a whole new way. Like you said, go to school, get a good education, and then get a good job. And there are some great jobs out there where there's people who have the opportunity to work for years and they have their pension. But these days, it's really not the same. It's really not the same.
Well, it's like an oxymoron. What's a good job? It's not really. It's a job. You can't really have a good job.
A good job is whatever you're happy doing.
Right.
This is true.
If you're happy doing it and it's it's your passion, then it's definitely a good job.
Well, like I said, some people might want to be happy working at a job. It's just the fact that they have to. The fact when you love what you do, that's the whole important thing.
Most important thing.
So whether it's a job or whether it's you're an entrepreneur, whether you're the head of the CEO of whatever organization, the whole point is doing what you love. And I was reading an article, and I even heard Les Brown say it too. And the article stated that they noticed that on Monday mornings, that's the highest heart attacks that they that's crazy. And when you think about it, because people are at jobs that they hate, they're unhappy at, but they feel like they have no choice, and they're getting ready to go up. It's Sunday night, and you do not want to be there, and you have to just start the whole week again, and you don't want to be there. And so I'm excited about meeting coaches and meeting other businesses and other successful people, and just those who just are already are just starting out and want to share their stories and share whether it's whether you just started. There's something you've learned. Something you learn from it. And what I've learned about being an entrepreneur, there's ups and downs to this thing that I did not realize. And I also realized not everyone is going to believe in your dreams, and not everyone is going to encourage you. You have to encourage yourself. You really have to encourage yourself. And, you know, I really want to congratulate those who really encourage us and really say, keep going, you know, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's really not easy, especially when you're used to, you know, go to school, get a good education, and so forth. But to begin to start pursuing your goals and pursuing your dreams is not easy. So when you meet dynamic people, such as the people that I've met here, and Dee, and, you know, and Merway, and so many other people that I've met, you know, when you meet them and you find those type of people that says, go ahead, you know, go ahead and host your show. Yeah, go ahead. You know, or, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You know, and I remember having a discussion with you. And I think I said, oh, what was the question? Oh, my goodness, I forgot what it was. But whatever it was that I said to you, you said, you're doing it. You know, regardless of what, you're still doing it. You know, you're still doing it. You're still here. You're still doing this. And sometimes you feel like saying, you know what, I'm not doing this entrepreneur thing. But you know what? You realize this is a bigger call than me. This is I have to continue to do this. You know, right now I'm working with pregnant moms, and as a doula, as a birth coach, what we do, we assist moms and we accompany moms during labor. We encourage them and support them before, during, a little bit after labor. We help them with different positioning, different you know, massaging and different things like that. We're really a full support. We are celebrating moms as they give birth, as they bring babies into life.
Is that
so? Yes,
it's
we are.
Basically
yes,
a coach.
it is a coach.
Yes.
It is a coach
during your labor.
So yes, so we're celebrating moms, and we're there to support them and really comfort them.
Yes.
You know, as women, we need to begin to start making sure that the mom is okay. She's carrying life.
That's right.
You know, she's carrying life. She's bringing a baby into this world. So we're there to encourage, support, and make sure that you have a positive birth experience. I've had moms tell me that they've had a traumatic experience, and it's not fair. You know, you know, this is the most life-changing experience. You know, it's a sacred time. How dare someone make your experience miserable? You know, and it comes to, we have to make sure, even from the healthcare, from the medical team, from the family members, to make sure mom feels supported. She feels encouraged. She feels that she's being heard, and that her life and her baby's life is really, really important. So that's what we do. We make sure that mom is, her experience and surrounding her experience is, she's supported. And we also encourage dads. You know, we make sure that they are encouraged, and make sure that moms advocate for themselves as well. And like I said, we work as a team to make sure mom is doing okay and make sure she's nurtured. So this is something that I absolutely love, and I'm so grateful for being able to really be trusted to, and to be there for moms. And this is an amazing, honorable profession, and I'm so grateful. And I say calling, really. So I'm really grateful for that. So if there's anyone here that would still like to call in, you're more than welcome to actually call in and share, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you have your own business, or if there's anything that you would like to share, whether it's your ups and downs, or whether it's just a encouraging word, feel free to call in and share that experience. So also, so ladies.
Oh, I know it's 6B1, but they should.
Oh, the ladies who the number.
Yeah,
oh, well, the number
should
be actually on the screen. Yeah, the
Yeah.
number should be on the screen. So hopefully you should see it there. The number should be there. So we're gonna get ready to go to a commercial. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to go to a commercial. And so thank you so much for joining us. So we'll see you very soon.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin. Galaxy Luxury.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with Armortech stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last. Only Cambridge paving stones have Armortech, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color. Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech will always look like new.
Thank you for coming back to Live Your Dreams with Ebby Nights. So like I said, Live Your Dreams with Ebby Nights is about women empowerment. It's about women empowering and inspiring women. Those of you who are entrepreneurs, or if you're looking to begin to say, you know what, I want to start pursuing my passion. I want to do what I love to do. If you have your own business, if you're the CEO of your own company, whatever it is that you're doing that you're passionate about, that you love, this show is about that. So I really, thank you for tuning in. If you are an entrepreneur, if you have your own business, or if you're looking to just begin to start pursuing your purpose, feel free to call us in. Feel free to tune in. Hopefully, we're going to be working on having the show once a month. We're going to keep you updated when the next show is going to be. And so, I'm just so excited about, women coming together, women empowering each other. Okay, it seems like we have a call right now. Okay, so let's see who this is. Hello. Welcome to Live Your Dreams with Ebby Nights. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Who's calling?
Hi, my name's Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, great. So, Kelly, would you like to share a little bit of who you are and your reason for calling?
Actually, I'm calling because I have a question for Maraway.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, great.
She had several children, but this was her first experience having a doula.
Yes.
Yes,
and
that's right.
I'm just curious as to how she perceived the benefits compared to the other births that she had, having the support that she had.
Okay, great question.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks so much. I didn't get her name.
Your name is Kelly?
Yes.
Kelly.
Okay.
Hi, Kelly. Greetings. Yeah. So compared to the other 6 babies that I've had, 6 experiences that I've had, this 7th one was actually a home delivery, and it was definitely a drastically a different situation than the other ones, because I had more of the freedom, more of the liberty, more comfort, flexibility. I was able to have, my loved ones that I wanted around. It wasn't limited to how many people I can have in, like, say, a hospital setting. So I was just surrounded with love and, in the comfort of my own home. And not having all those restrictions that a hospital setting would normally, enforce on you. So, yeah, I would encourage anyone who's, able to attempt or to try to have a home birth, because it was absolutely very fulfilling to me in comparison to all the other births that I experienced.
Really?
The whole concept of it is with this child being born with such a reception of love.
Yes.
As of all the love surrounding
absolutely
the baby as it enters into the world.
Absolutely.
Is different right there.
That's right.
That's right. Absolutely. And my children were, present, and I had loved ones and family. One of my children actually cut the umbilical cord, so
wow.
they got to see like firsthand, all the motions, and just that moment that the baby came out. What a relief, actually, and such a release, of energy, and just to be welcomed, by her siblings and the rest of her family and our friends. There's no other experience like it. So.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling, Kelly.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You
good
too.
Night.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question? Because you had mentioned that it has changed. During the commercial break, you had mentioned that you were doing something in terms of what your career is at this point. Was taking care of.
Yeah, I'm actually a hospice worker.
Right.
So I've catered. I deal with helping the terminally ill, and assisting them and comforting them during their transition, during their last days of being here. So having the experience of a doula and the home birth actually motivated me. I became enthused about just trying to, I guess, the other end of the spectrum, maybe helping, welcoming life into the world, because I'm so familiar with, assisting or comforting the lives that are exiting the world.
Right.
So it's, just like a dynamic there. I said, so I went to go get my doula training and my certificate. And because I was motivated by my doula and my home birth experience.
Right.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Oh, we have another call.
And then we're going to have to ask your purpose, too.
Okay. Sure.
Because I shared now.
Okay, ladies, we're going to call now.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to Live Your Dreams Every Night. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello. Who's calling?
It's Alexis.
Alexis, hello. Alexis, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Thank you for calling. And thank you for First of all, thank you for watching the show.
Yes, I'm so proud to be able to watch and listen and see how everything is developing.
Oh wow, I'm excited. I'm glad that you're on the you're watching the show and you're actually calling us today. So thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm still at church, but I wanted to make sure that I called in and just, be a part of the radio show. So.
Oh, sure. Would you like to share anything? Is there anything you would like to share or say to encourage other women, or just anything that should I say, anything that that you're passionate about, or anything that you would like to share before you get off the call?
Yes, absolutely. I am huge on empowerment and motivation. I am a blogger, and my blog name is God's Grace While Under Fire. And basically what I do on that blog is discuss or try to empower everybody from all walks of life. And I just want to really encourage the people of God, the people who are struggling, the people who find themselves in difficult situations, that God is still in control, and that no matter what you're trying to do in your life, you may find yourself starting all over again, or you may find yourself in a position where you feel like you're stuck. You've had begun something and you just don't know where you're going. Just remember that God is still in control, and what He has promised you will come to pass.
Thank you so much. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, we received that.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes, because the Bible states that He is not a man that He should lie, nor the Son of Man that He shall repent. And, you know, I think a lot of times we get in positions where we just see where God is taking us, and we're just like, oh my God, I received it, now take me there. And sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes God is requiring us to activate our faith, and to not look at just what we see or the conditions that we're in, but to operate with radical faith. And radical faith requires that you take a step into uncharted territory, take a step in a direction that is completely unfamiliar to you. Mm-hmm. But God promises that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Wow. So that is my encouragement to anybody who is listening, is just to operate using radical faith.
All right.
I promise you that God, you will see the promises of God manifest in your life.
Thank you so much, Alexis. I appreciate that. Activate your faith. That is so true. Thank you so much, Alexis. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you stay tuned, and you know, hopefully you'll be watching more shows, and you'll be able to share a lot more. So thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And God bless you guys. I'm sorry, we're having a youth.
No, don't worry about it.
To head back, but God bless you all and have a blessed evening.
You
thank
too.
You
thank
too.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Awesome, 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 awesome. So I love the fact that, you know, so many of us, we want to encourage each other. So let's start encouraging each other. Let's begin. Those who do have some answers, let's begin to say, you know what, I have some. There's some things that I've learned along the way. Let me share it to someone, especially the youth.
Definitely. Because that's how I started, by somebody sharing, letting me come on their show, and then encouraging me to come again, and encouraging me to go and do it again. Yeah. So I was like, wow, the opportunity was knocking, and I took advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
Well,
so do you like to tell me? Would you like to tell me?
Oh, yes. Yes.
What do you feel your purpose is in life?
Oh, well, when I think of purpose, I think of destiny and what I'm destined to do. When I think of purpose, I also think of my passions. And I have many purposes. And mainly, I think the higher power has definitely, I have the purpose. One of my purposes is granted to me by the highest power. Because of all the daughters I have, I believe that it is my purpose to empower women. Yes. Because I have so many daughters. Yes. So I have inherited this duty of being strong, being successful, being compassionate, and being a survivor. Yes. You know, on top of it all, being a survivor. So oftentimes when I question, well, why do I have all these daughters, I realize, well, I have what it takes to raise strong women. Yes. And we need strong women. Yeah, yes. And so I believe that that's one of my main purposes. And the mission that I'm on is to continue to encourage and empower women.
All right. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And if you see her daughters, oh my gosh, they're all so beautiful. They're so cute. I love them all.
Inside and out, really.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So yes, and you know, I didn't get a chance to tell you my baby company. I finally did it. for years I loved dancing. I used to dance when I was a kid. And we had your children in our dance classes.
Oh yes, my children too.
Oh really?
And
fabulous.
I've been teaching children for over 7 years, and I've really been having this tug in my heart to really have my own dance company for a long time. And I kind of just pushed it off, and I pushed it off, and I pushed it off. And I remember one time I said, I'm going to start my dance company. I'm going to start my dance company. And I said, I'm going to do it this year, but then I didn't do it this year. And then I said, I'm going to do it next year. I'm not going to do it. And then I seen this young lady, and I knew she loved to dance. And I said, when I start my dance company, that young lady right there, she's going to be in my dance class. But guess what? I procrastinated. So the next year, this young teenager, I seen pregnant. And it always made me think that if I would have started my classes, was there a possibility that maybe she would have been involved and maybe things would have been different? So, you never know, you never know when you're supposed to do something to just do it. Sometimes we sit there and we procrastinate for years, and then we don't do anything. When we have a calling and we say yes to that calling, we don't know who we can help. So I encourage you to figure out what your calling is and just start doing it. Because when we do what we love to do, there's such a joy that comes along with it. I mean, there's going to be ups and downs. That's just, it unfortunately comes with it. It's just what we learn in the meantime. So, does anybody want to share a little bit of the ups and downs that you realized being an entrepreneur? I realized when you're working for somebody else, you're used to being told certain orders and what you have to do and your assignment and your schedule and so forth. And, you get a paycheck at the end of the week. What I realize is you have to hustle. You have to get out there. You have to work. You have to plan. If not, then you're not bringing anything in, right? So you have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy, and you have to continue to start going after it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm praying that other people will come on this show and really begin to share their experiences. Ladies, do you want to share a little bit of the ups and downs? Do you feel, just starting your own, being an entrepreneur, just doing what you love to do? Would you like to? Was there anything? Did you notice any ups and downs? Maybe you didn't have any ups and downs.
Oh, definitely.
Was there anything?
Ups and downs. Anything worth working for? Anything worth, anything that you want progress in is going to be some sort of struggle, and I think that's just that's mandatory almost. In order for you to appreciate certain things, you need to have endured a certain amount of struggle.
Yes.
Because when you don't, if you don't endure certain struggles or strenuous situations, I think that a lot of our accomplishments are taken for granted. And if things are just continuously given to you and you don't have to work for them, then I don't think that you're gonna work so hard to maintain them. So when you've had to go through certain obstacles in order to obtain what you really want, chances are you're gonna work just as hard as to keep them. So yeah,
True.
Definitely.
True. And so to actually let you know, I finally did start my dance company for my students. So I'm so excited. Yay! So I'm from ages 5 to 15. So I'm just, I love my students. We have a small group right now, but I'm just happy for what the students God has given me. So I'm excited about them. So do you want to share any what you've noticed? And one last thing, something that I needed to hear. I heard that many millionaires know this, and many successful people know this, and I've heard this, that you have to embrace or accept that there's going to be failures. A lot of times we're in school, we're so used to trying to get the A's and making sure everything is right. And then, so when you fail, it's kind of like, oh my gosh.
But it's not a failure.
Right.
And I think that's what we discussed about it. Because sometimes you have to transition a little bit and say, well, okay, it's not working quite like I had wanted to, so you have to do little plan B.
Yes.
So you might have to take the little job and do a little something that you didn't really plan to do. Yes. But it will just help you get your goal.
I loved that you said that, because that's so true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're an entrepreneur, and then you realize sometimes things are not flowing the way you needed to. When I realized you might have to strategize differently. Maybe it's just something else that you might have to change up. And a lot of times, entrepreneurs, you have to be creative. So sometimes maybe it's something else that you need to focus on. But also what Dee said, and I love that you said that, you might have to just have a part-time job on the side to kind of assist you with your business. It's
Until
something
it
on the
gets
side.
to
And you
really-
might, you may be able to also find something that you actually enjoy doing.
Yes.
It's just that you're not working full-time for somebody else. You're working part-time. So I
Something
thank
to
you
fall
so
back
much,
on.
Dee, for that, because
Yeah.
that is so
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
So, again, the line is still open if you want to come in and share. And I mean, we're so excited. I'm so grateful that you're listening. You're listening and you're watching the show. We're so excited to have you. Again, feel free if you are an entrepreneur, share what you do. You want to share your website, you want to kind of share your ups and downs and some of the accomplishments you have gained throughout the time. Feel free to let us know. So I believe we're going to be going to another commercial. No commercial? Okay, no commercial. We're
almost over.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So
The
we're
time
going to be,
goes so
time
fast.
is going to get
Yes.
ready to.
It goes so fast.
Yes, it's going so fast.
Yeah.
So again, I want to let you know our website is powerfulpioneers.org. And you can also find me at ebbynights at gmail.com, or also on Facebook, Ebby Nights. So that's EBBYKNIGHCS. And so again, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for you ladies being here on the show, and I'm just excited for having the opportunity to be here and to share. It lets me know that this is something I was supposed to do. Bring women together, and in an environment where we can encourage each other, we can empower each other, we can help each other, we can share without bringing each other down. We don't have time for that. But what we do have time for is to kind of share and be real with each other. This is what I've learned along the way, and this is maybe what you're doing is not going to help you make it to this level. This is the way that I want to show you. So I'm hoping that we're going to get some people that's going to call in and is going to share that type of information. And again, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm so looking forward to meeting so many wonderful women. And we want to also thank the men as well, those who are supporting us and those who are encouraging us. And I'm so so grateful for my family who's been a support. And sometimes you may have those who don't support you. They might support you later, but that's okay. You gotta celebrate yourself. I tell my ladies in my dance class, I love all my pregnant moms. Hi, if you're watching, but I love all of you. I tell them, each of them, every time I meet them, that it's about celebrating ourselves. Sometimes other people may not celebrate us, but we have to celebrate ourselves. So every time we come into class, let's focus on celebrating us, celebrating the life that God has given us. So again, I'm so excited for the show, and I'm so excited to eventually meet you and hear from many callers, and hopefully get some new guests on the show who's going to come in and share their experience, share the ups and downs, share what they have learned, and hopefully we all can encourage someone along the way. So I'm excited about the youth who are going to we're going to encourage, we're going to be an example to, and I'm just excited because they need to see love, they need to learn, and they need to just know that they can do it too. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is Live Your Dreams with Ebby Nights, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.